The sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven. When Jesus returns to earth, there are signs that we will be warned about as outlined in the Bible. The Bible is a history book, but it is unlike any other history book available in public libraries. The Bible's history starts with the earth's creation and ends with the world's end. Jesus told us to watch and pray. What do we watch? We cannot stand still and watch the clouds, waiting for him to appear. That is not what he meant. He meant to keep an eye on what's happening in the world and see what signs he gave us to help us prepare. Signals are signs. So let's look at Matthew chapter 24, where the disciples asked him what will be the signs or signals of his return. What would we do if we don't know when it's going to happen? To their inquiry, Jesus gave a direct and unambiguous answer. We can thank God that he responded in such a straightforward manner. Matthew 24 verses 3 to 5. While Jesus was seated on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately and said, "Tell us, when will this destruction of the temple take place, and what will be the sign of your coming, and of the end, completion, consummation of the age?" Jesus answered, "Be careful that no one misleads you, deceiving you and leading you into error. For many will come in my name misusing it, and appropriating the strength of the name which belongs to me, saying, 'I am the Christ, the Messiah, the Anointed,' and they will mislead many." In the book of Revelation, he gives a much more detailed and comprehensive response, but here he gives a rundown of the signs that will precede his arrival. The disciples approached Jesus secretly as he was seated on the Mount of Olives. This conversation takes place in Matthew 24 verses 3 to 36. In that passage, he gave 4 distinct signs of his coming. The first sign is disasters in the world, such as wars, famines, and earthquakes. The church, not the world, is the second sign of his coming. This leads us to the third sign of the end times, Jerusalem's distress. Then Jesus says that the fourth sign of his coming will come instantly after that. We shall know when he is coming, and we shall be ready. There will be no risk of false prophets or messiahs when that sign comes. There will be no deception, and it will be too quick. What will happen is that all natural light will be switched off. The sun will go dark, and the stars will fall. Matthew 24 verses 29 to 31, Amplified Bible. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not provide its light, and the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And at that time the sign of the Son of Man coming in his glory will appear in the sky, and then all the tribes of the earth, especially Israel, will mourn, regretting their rebellion and rejection of the Messiah. And they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, in brilliance and splendor. And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet, and they will gather together his elect, God's chosen ones, from the 4 winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. There are many predictions of this throughout the Bible. Isaiah predicts it. The heavens will be rolled up like a carpet. Isaiah 34 verse 4, Amplified Bible. All the host of heaven will be dissolved, and the skies will be rolled up like a scroll. All their hosts, the stars, and the planets will also wither away as a leaf withers from the vine and as a fig withers from the fig tree. The natural light will be gone, leaving only artificial light illuminating the earth. What is happening? What is going on? People may ask. This is it, Christians will exclaim. The sun, stars, and moon will stop shining right before that happens. God turns off the lights of heaven to prepare for the blaze of light from the lightning that will mark his return. Then he comes on the clouds back to planet Earth, and we meet him. We are not meeting in an earthly stadium because there isn't one large enough to accommodate such a large crowd. We'll reach him in the air, and that'll suffice. Isn't that a fantastic prospect? When you see all these things, you know he is at the gates, just about to walk through. He says, "The Son of Man will come after that time of tribulation." Here distress connects with Matthew 24 verse 21 to point to a specific period of great tribulation. The adverbial expression immediately after emphasizes that these celestial signs and the coming of Jesus will occur after the time of great distress, just described in Mark 24 verses 15 to 28. Heavenly disturbances. The end of the age will come with great disturbances in the heavens, with darkened skies, falling stars, the disruption of the forces of this age, and finally, the coming of Jesus. At his coming, he will gather the elect from the ends of heaven. These events most likely refer to his coming at the end of the time of tribulation, which would correspond with the time of judgment of the nations. Several prophetic passages describe the cosmic disturbances that will precede and surround the glorious return of Jesus. Joel 2 verse 10, Amplified Bible. The earth quakes before them, the heavens tremble, the sun and the moon grow dark, and the stars lose their brightness. Revelation 6 verses 12 to 14, Amplified Bible. I looked when he, the Lamb, broke open the sixth seal, and there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth made of hair, and the whole moon became like blood, and the stars of the sky fell to the earth, like a fig tree shedding its late summer figs when shaken by a strong wind. The sky was split, separated from the land, and rolled up like a scroll, and every mountain and island were dislodged and moved out of their places. The sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven. It is difficult to say exactly what this sign is. It seems to precede his return as described in Revelation 19 verse 11. Perhaps this sign is somehow related to the incredible cosmic disturbances that will precede the great event. Revelation 19 verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he who was riding it is called Faithful and True, trustworthy, loyal, incorruptible, steady, and in righteousness he judges and wages war on the rebellious nations. Aside from the signs in the skies, there are other signs of the return of the Lord. To find out more on that topic, click here.